Hey fam, it's another bright and sunny day. First thing in the morning, I prepped my lunch, and then it was time to head out. I have to say, the neighborhood vibe is just perfect. Every time I step out, it puts me in a great mood. Do you guys know what kind of flower this is? I remember it being a pomegranate flower. There are so many ornamental pomegranate trees planted in the community, and the flowers are blooming vibrantly, a brilliant red. Alright, first let's grab some fuel for the soul for today. This is a convenience store owned by my classmate. He's a hardcore gamer. You can tell he's a total homebody just by looking at him. Every day, he manages the store while also running several gaming accounts, which bring him some extra income each month. After getting our fuel for the soul, it's time to buy the veggies for lunch. Look, this is a row of convenience stores right at our community entrance, and there's a small supermarket next to it that has fresh produce, vegetables, fruits, everything you could need. I quickly checked today's prices, and wow, they're all pretty cheap. Not a single item over $0.5 per 500 grams. Since I still have ingredients at home, I just bought a few green peppers. I'm eating alone today, so 4 green peppers will definitely be enough. I paid with my phone and it was less than $0.2. Cheap, right? Done with shopping, now I'm driving my little open-top three-wheeler home. This weather today is just perfect, no complaints. I found some cured pork belly in the fridge, which I made in the winter. Cured pork belly is a very distinctive kind of preserved meat in China. The general process is to marinate the meat thoroughly with tons of spices and salt, then air dry and sun dry it. After drying for a period, the meat won't spoil and can be stored well. Cured pork belly is usually stir-fried with green vegetables, and it tastes incredibly fragrant and flavorful. First, I'll steam the cured pork belly. Today's main dishes for lunch will be stir-fried green peppers with cured pork belly, and my go-to tomato and egg stir-fry. First, let's get all the side ingredients prepped. Blanch the tomatoes in boiling water to make peeling easier, then chop them up. The cured pork belly steamed up super tender. Quickly slice it. It's a bit hot right out of the steamer, but the meat is genuinely soft. Into the pan with oil. First, sauté the aromatics, green onions, ginger, and garlic, until fragrant. Then add the sliced cured pork belly and stir fry. Steamed cured pork belly has a higher water content, so it might stick to the pan a bit when stir frying, but that's a minor detail. It won't affect the deliciousness. The cured pork belly itself is pretty salty. A lot of salt was added during the curing process, so at this stage of stir frying, we don't need to add any extra seasoning. Add the green peppers, and when they're almost cooked, add a bit of oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, and light soy sauce. Give it a quick stir fry, and it's ready to be served. Smelling absolutely amazing. Next up is the tomato and egg stir fry. Similarly, heat the pan, add some oil, then crack 2 eggs. Sprinkle a little salt into the eggs and whisk them. You can use a bit more oil when cooking eggs. It makes them fluffy and abundant and super fragrant. Once the eggs are cooked, turn down the heat. Now add the green onions and garlic. Once the aroma of the green onions and garlic comes out, add the chopped tomatoes and stir fry. Then add a little water. Bring it to a boil over high heat, then reduce to low and simmer gently. Keep simmering until the tomatoes melt into the sauce. Finally, sprinkle some salt and oyster sauce, stir evenly, and it's ready to be served. Same old routine, my fans, you first. And for a drink, some grape juice. It's ice cold, perfectly cuts through the richness, super refreshing. Full and satisfied. This afternoon I'm taking you to a place with an amazing environment to relax and clear our minds. My home is quite close to the Taihang Mountains, as I've mentioned in previous videos. The government is really going all out, building lots of parks, and today we're heading to the Mine Park. From what I understand, this park was built partly to protect the ecological environment and partly to provide a great recreational spot for the public. As the official slogan goes, lucid waters and lush mountains are invaluable assets. Look, some people are singing on the mountain, some are looking at their phones, and others are relaxing under the shade of big trees. At this time of day, most of them are middle-aged and elderly people. They're certainly living a leisurely life. In contrast, I guess I'm a bit of an outlier, since most young people are working while I'm just here, like an aimless drifter. This mine park is truly massive. It's built along the Taihang Mountain range. I've now reached a small plaza at the mountaintop, further inside the park, and the view here is absolutely breathtaking. From here, you can take in all the city's high-rise buildings. There are also a few elderly people exercising and relaxing in the plaza. There's actually a very small village inside this park, with only a few households left. The one herding sheep right now is one of those families. I think the streetlights in this park are also really thoughtful and eco-friendly. Look, there's a small wind turbine on top and a solar panel below, which are used for solar power generation. The electricity generated during the day powers the streetlights at night. I handed the shepherd a little pick-me-up. It's actually quite rare for me to see sheep being herded on a mountain like this. With this more wild grazing method, I wonder if the lamb tastes even better? Looking at the shepherd's relaxed and carefree expression, he truly seems at ease. There's a stone tablet nearby, which I guess is a cautionary inscription. Let me translate it for you. It says, "Mine environment management benefiting future generations." You guys understand the meaning, right? Today is a weekday, but there are still scattered people coming to relax on the mountain. You can probably see in the video that these are some traces left by excessive mining years ago due to poor management. Although it was stopped later, the environment of this mountain was indeed damaged. Look, there's still construction machinery working here. The construction work has been going on for over a decade. I think this slow and steady development is great, no need to rush. And all these costs are funded by the government. Heading back, I switched locations and noticed the shepherd might have been too relaxed, because his flock ran off, and he's now chasing after them. Haha. This is a small man-made landscape feature. It was planned to be an artificial small waterfall, but it's never been activated. Now the pond holds accumulated rainwater after the rain. Nature is truly amazing. Look what I found in the water. Tadpoles. I really haven't caught tadpoles in so many years. The last time was when I was a kid. Ever since the country massively developed its infrastructure, places with water and fish around have really become fewer and farther between. Now, if you want to go out and play without driving, it's really hard to find places like this that are suitable for recreation. However, the environment here is genuinely great. Many people come to the mountains in the morning to walk and exercise. Taking a stroll on these mountain paths, under the shade of the trees, the felt temperature is absolutely perfect. Alright fam, that's all for today. If you like my content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Your support fuels my next video. See you next time.